My God. They probably have better Wi-Fi than both of us combined, honestly. I don't know, I should really start streaming more, to be honest with you, but I found out some weird psychological things about doing a project like this. I'll have to maybe have to send you the video because it's kind of somewhat complicated to a sense. No, not creativity. More like it's not entirely attention span, but it's more like productivity to a sense. Like it's a weird. I'll have to send you the video, but it definitely explains. Let's just say I nailed the way I'm doing this. I nailed it on a psychological level in terms of doing this project, of how you should do a project this big. Granted, this is still pushing the limits of how I'll show you another video on it. It's more it's pretty easy to understand, to be honest. I'll do a small explanation. So apparently there's the logical part of your brain, then there's the animal side of your brain in terms of thinking. So, you know that thing where like you get that spark of... This is actually very crazy. Think about something like this. If you're doing a project... Not really. I mean, kinda yes. Okay. But... God, this is so loud. So think of it like this. In terms of views. So don't focus, if you're doing something, don't focus on a goal, but focus on the process of doing to achieve that goal. Because if you focus on the goal itself too long, you're going to get impatient in terms of, which is basically your logical side. Your logical side is basically your goal side in terms of, it's your goal, yeah, it's basically the decision maker. But if you don't think about, if you don't really think about the goal too much, you're basically turning on it's basically like, it's almost like zoning out into nothingness, to be honest with you. It's how you can play a game for like 10 hours straight without, because your brain tries to find the nearest dopamine releases. At least that's what it's trying to do. That's what your logical side's trying to do. Yes, exactly. Um. So yeah, basically, it that type of side controls everything. Honestly, like that's why if you here's the thing about it about something like this. If you focus on too much of the short term, it's going to it's basic. It's hard to explain this, but nice. Basically, it gets to the point where it's actually one of the reasons why if you do something like this is why distractions occur, honestly. Like if you're working on something and something else pops up that's more intriguing to a sense, your brain's gonna automatically just go to that. It's going to, like, it's incredibly powerful. It's super powerful. So if you so basically make it where here's the thing. Goals, if you reach a goal, it's not as powerful as the process. It's not as powerful. If you reach the goal, it's not going to mean much. Goals don't really mean too much to one of your sides of the brain. Think about a goal. You know what the goal is, but if you don't think about the goal, then you could just take over. Like the other animal side of your body will just take over. And you could just start just doing things. It's what happens when you have a goal and it goes too long and you have just mini goals and then you think it's like the ultimate goal. Guess what? Your brain, it's like completing a game. I'll give an example. Have you ever played a game, completed it, and then just never touched it again? Ender Dragon. Resetting the Ender Dragon. Or resetting the end. It's basically where if you ever get a game and you complete it, you probably won't touch it again. Because there isn't any stimulation or anything like that. I was up to rank, I was up to 178 XP levels at one point. So yeah, it's one of those type of things. So if you just don't really think about the goal too much, then you're good, because I don't know, it's a pretty simple thing to think about, but it's definitely a kind of an eye-opener when it comes to how your brain processes goals. Because your brain doesn't care about goals. It just cares about dopamine. Or your body, in that case, to be honest. It's why your logical brain doesn't last that long. That's what this, yep. That's what this project could actually help with a lot is that type of productivity side of your brain, I guess you could say. So if you do like a long project, yeah. It's definitely a crazy thing to think about, but if you ever think of something like that, just do some. That's why I guess that makes sense though. I mean, considering doing this project, I don't really think about anything. Or sometimes I think about something else to distract me from doing something this mind-numbing. That's actually another reason why people don't carry on conversations that long. Or why conversations even appear. I have no clue where he is, honestly. That's why conversations usually switch to different subjects for so many times, and you can't really focus on what you actually wanted to do in the first place. So it goes into one conversation, then something else pops up, and then goes into another conversation. Because they want to talk about something interesting. Mine out the nether. Or help Sword King, whichever one. Do one of those things, these two things. That's gonna be the final. It's literally gonna be the end of this project. Don't know how big the end is in terms of block amounts, but that's gonna be the final project of this world. Um, what do you mean? Like on the world? In the world? Probably nothing. I could make the ultimate spawner. I could literally make the ultimate XP farm or any farm in general. I don't know what happens if nothing can spawn. I really don't. Like it may just break my world if that's the case. Or literally nothing can spawn in this world. I don't know which one, besides those stupid wandering traders. Enderman, not really too sure to be honest. The Nether. Dang. Or the glitch. I thought I already explained this. I'll go ahead and explain it. I'll explain it in detail. Okay, so we had a party. It was I think August 11th. Yeah, it was August 11th. Of a going away party before college type of thing. It was mainly just gonna be the Cheryls, but Charlie wanted to come over. So we let him over, so me, him, Blaine, and Graham did battles. And then every time he got some kind of critical or something like that, he got super salty. Or not salty, actually, I would have to say it's salty, but... So he decided to just main hero. Just because of his spite, in spite of... What is it, what is that called? Not even vengeance, more like, not too sure what it's called, actually. He would think it would be more... I would think in his brain, it's probably going through his brain where it's like, just because if somebody else can go RNG and kill somebody at 20, why can't I do it? So he decided, you know what, I'm just gonna main hero anyway. Oh yeah, did you know VG Bootcamp put a poll of if heroes should be banned or not? %70 said no and 30% said yes. I did hear about that. Somebody made an interesting point actually about Hero. Okay, this is what I've been saying this entire time and nobody apparently listens. It's that his down B, his select menu, whatever it's called. I can maybe see that. But his scroll menu, whatever it's called, the down B, the select menu, you can see his menu. Like, it's not completely RNG. Just, okay, the actual menu itself, yes, it is, because it's random effects. But you can see what he could pick. Like, that's the thing. And the only thing that's truly RNG in this, that you can't control at all, is Hocus Pocus. And crits, obviously. Well, yes, but he could just kill himself with kamikaze. I mean, come on now. And you use so much mana doing that, it's crazy. Unless you can read the menus at a freaking blistering speed, then yes, but I mean, I don't think anybody can do that yet. And language barriers. Forgot about that. That's also a thing. It's a big problem, apparently. What else is there? Yeah, exactly. They're really slow and they're punishable, very easily punishable. And his up smash is really hard to land. Like, really, really hard to land. Side smash, slow. His down smash almost does no knockback. Almost. It almost does no knockback at all. It's, okay, let's say, it's mainly your fault if you get hit by one of his moves. I don't care, you can blame the character all you want, but it's your fault if you get hit by it. That's what I kept telling Charlie every time he got hit by something. He just blames it on the character for some reason. It's like getting hit by Game & Watch's 9. You're literally not proving any points. If you get hit by Game & Watch's 9, guess whose fault it was? Yours. They're super laggy. Like, I mean, you can get hit by one or twice once in a while, but god dang, like, it's not like Wolf Side Smash. If it was as fast as Wolf Side Smash, yes, I may say something different, but I mean, granted, you could still get hit by it, his Side Smash, but it's mainly your fault if you get hit by one of his moves. The only exception to that rule is probably Magic Burst off stage, but even then, if you have a good recovery, you can just wait it out. Kamikaze, obviously he kills himself. It's kind of your fault if he gets a whole stock ahead. Like everything, anything's for a reason. There's a reason they made things for a reason. Magic Burst uses all of his mana, but it's super powerful. Kamikaze, the only way it's your fault and you the one that let him get a whole stock ahead. Well, that's your problem. How about try not to let them read you? Unless it's a lucky read, but I mean, those do happen occasionally. You can't exactly blame everything on the character. You're not getting anywhere if you do that. And there's no point in complaining anyway because you don't have any influence on the community. So good luck doing anything. Complaining is a big waste of time. Complaining in general is a waste of time, to be honest with you. Like, you literally have no say in this community. I don't care how... Unless he becomes bigger, he has no say in this community. This community's too big for him to say anything. I don't care how salty he gets about a move. That's his problem. There's a reason why only 30% of the community says that he should be banned. What is it? No, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about language barriers. Yes, I understand that one. Language barriers. 'Cause I've seen that before. Yes, that's one of the more legitimate reasons to have it banned, at least for internationals. I didn't really consider that one until a few days ago, but now that does make sense. Even then, that still doesn't affect the tournaments we have here. So, yeah. Unless Charlie thinks he can go to international tournaments, but I mean, good luck with that. And considering how easy it is to kill in this game, I don't really see how Hero, I know he can kill early, obviously, but... My god. Doubles... Doubles is a little bit of a different story, to be honest with you. Doubles would make Hero quite a bit better, not gonna lie. Also, did you see that Samsora beat MK Leo? I know this was a couple days ago, but almost got banned. Almost. They were thinking about it. I don't think he got fully banned though. I don't think he got fully banned. I don't remember him being fully banned. Yeah, in SmashCon. They were thinking about it at one point. But yeah, that was crazy. MK Leo made a huge run back up to finals. He really did. What game was it? Not, well, what set was it? I'm trying to think. Zachary's set was really sad. I think it was at SmashCon. Yeah, that guy literally went insane. Also, I finally hit 300 hours on Smash. It really was. Over a quarter of it was used on Ganon. Yeah. Also, I don't think Matt actually understands Smash. In certain areas. Like, who in their right mind would challenge Ganon's up smash with Fox's up smash? And then he was basically crying about it because of that. He's like, you know what? It's like, why, dude? Like, of course his up smash is better in general. It has a much bigger range. And then he was complaining about it because it was much faster than his, apparently. Even though Ganon's much heavier. So you serious, man? Like, are you kidding me? You're actually kidding me, right? It's like... Yes. It's like the more time you spend complaining, the more time you won't improve. And he was talking about how all of his 150 hours of something was meaningless. It's like, come on, dude. That's not really a good way to look at it. For some reason, he's blaming the game because of online, even though he has really bad internet. He needs to understand that his internet's super slow, like ours. And for some reason, he's still blaming the game because of that, which still don't understand that. Yeah, it is. If he would actually start embracing more things instead of trying to go against it, that would also be nice. But he's gonna go against it, even though it won't matter if he goes against it. It doesn't even matter. Because he's not gonna change anything. Just like Charlie trying to ban Hero, it's the same way. He can't change anything either. Unless he somehow thinks he can, then go ahead. Be my guest. But, I mean, then stop complaining if you can't do anything. Even though for some reason, he kept blaming his Joy-Cons. I played with his Joy-Cons a couple days ago. They're perfectly fine Joy-Cons. There hasn't been a single thing wrong with them that I've noticed. Literally, like, I played them. They feel perfectly fine. They feel... And then he gets mad because he messes up once or twice. He's like, oh, I'm gonna give up on this game. I'm gonna give up on this matchup. I'm gonna give up on everything in life. It's like, are you kidding me, man? Like, show some kind of dignity for once. Because he thinks this game is freaking all dandy. And it's gonna go perfectly. And his inputs are gonna go perfectly fine. At least show dignity in your own self instead of trying to blame the game and something. It's not very honorable, is it? I even looked up the definitions for unfair and unbalanced. I'm just gonna point this out real fast. Hero is not unbalanced. They use the word unbalanced, unfair too many times together. I've looked up both definitions. I don't know them word by word, but... Yeah, I felt really bad for him when I was fighting my Ganon, though. Kinda not really, though, at the same time, but... It wasn't like it wasn't the easiest 3-stock of my life. He needs to start training his movement, to be honest with you. I feel like he's just sticking to something and just hoping it works every single time. That's not how you improve. And then he complains about cheese. It could be the easiest cheese of your life. It could literally just be villagers forward air spam. Yeah, because that's totally not easy with the person with the reflector. Well, that too. He also doesn't have the mental capacity for Smash either, apparently, either. Especially since he says that every time he plays Smash, like, 2 or 3 times against Ganon, he gets tired. Air quotes. It's like 2 to 3 matches, he gets tired of it. And then he's like, he just basically gives up mentally. He's like, oh no, I don't know what to do anymore. I totally don't know how to improve or change or anything. I just do the same thing over and over again. Because apparently I don't have any dignity to improve in this game anymore. I don't know how to change my playstyle or use short hop back airs or do anything normal. Nope, I'm just going to side B into your shield. Or I'm just going to side B into your side smash and die at 40. Because apparently he doesn't know how to adapt. He just thinks something's going to work. I almost thought it said microphone for a second there, but... Alright. I'll fill that in later. Mm. I don't really understand. Is there something I'm doing? I think it's YouTube algorithms, but probably recommendations or something. I'd be surprised if it's actually recommendations. Hello. How do you say that? Amp amp it up? Amp it up? Amp amp it up? I don't know. I think that's how you say it, amp it up. Amp it up. Ah, 3 people joined. Dang, alright. That's good. That was fast. Yeah, no, I thought the same thing, to be honest. I didn't expect 3 people to join so quickly. That's good, we have a small little group. Yeah. That's the worst part about shopping is the... Actually, no, in my opinion, the worst part is unpacking things. I hate unpacking stuff like that. It takes much longer than actually just getting the stuff and putting it in a basket. Mm-hmm. My god. We've had people show up when you're here, though. Usually you're not in fully watching, but I mean, it's kind of weird how that works. Or you're not commenting. I don't know, I think it just happens occasionally. I wonder if I have any new subscribers, though. I'm kind of curious. I doubt it, but that would be nice. I mean, it somewhat is, to be honest with you. It kind of is, in some way, a broadcast. I talk about anything. I'm doing good, Dark Scorpion Gaming. How are you doing? I talk about literally anything on my mind. Luckily, it's nothing that you can really debate about either. Most of the time. I could technically turn this into a podcast to some degree. Honestly, I'm not really too surprised by that. I don't know. I'm gonna how do people? I don't know how people are getting my videos actually, to be honest. I'm gonna look up something. Wait a minute. Nope, can't find my videos. Whatever. Makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense, honestly. I've actually been trying to look for my own videos. It's a good way to actually check if my videos get somewhat type of recommendations. I did that a long time ago. Looking at whoever mines out the world. It's not that many, I'll tell you that much. I've searched hours, and usually there's almost like maybe one or two. I mean, obviously there's like Sword King, but besides me and him, I think that's really about it. Alright. Finally, jeez. That took a while. Yes. Psh, that's a rip. Maybe I should do a Q&A, that'd be interesting. I don't think I have enough people to do a Q&A though. Oh. Also, I was wondering, oh, okay. What was it? I could kind of turn this into a, I thought about doing a Q&A, but that won't really work too well. since there aren't that many active people on my channel. There's a few, which is good. I'll take activity. I'll take like 4 or 5 active users than I would actually have dead subscribers. More than anything. I'd rather have. I think most people would do that anyway. I think I'd rather take 10,000. I would take 10,000. There's a small timeline to that. I would have to say, in terms of like starting to mine, it would have to be December 2017, roughly. There was a small section I finished a long time ago. It was back in like August, but I did other things besides that. If you want the full timeline, I actually created this world all the way back in November 2016. I didn't touch it that much. I didn't have any ambitions for this world at all. For a good all the way through August, all the way through to almost next year in August. That's when I actually built a giant farm, like that orange splotch you see on the ground. That's a whole farm. That orange patch, I mean the brown and green patch, that's a farm. I built that with a friend for a while. We mined a small section. It was much larger than any section I've ever mined in my life. It was only about $680,000. I mean, 680,000 blocks. And then we just worked on the farm for all the way up to December. And then we started to expand that. I think it was a 200 by 50 hole to a 200 by 100 by 200 by 200, then a 200. It was like, I don't remember the exact measurements, but it's on my channel. I have a 1 million special, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million world record video when I actually broke the 6 million, 6.4 million, 9 million. Honestly though, I don't know. I'm pretty knowledgeable about mining in general. Like, I don't even just mine a lot. I am also quite knowledgeable about mining. Fairly knowledgeable. Besides that, I've done probably like 99.9% of this world in terms of mining. I think I'm the first, if not the only person that's actually mined a quarter of their world. At least for a while. There has to be somebody else like Sword King that will do this, finish this eventually. But after I mine up, probably a good 3 to 4 years more. Maybe more. I don't know. It's gonna take a while. And then after that, I'm probably gonna go mine the Nether, which shouldn't take nearly as long. It may even take like a good 6 months. Maybe. Even then, it's kind of debatable. And do mind you, all that progress, I took a good probably 6 months in total break in between all of this mining. It was 1 summer and a couple of months in between each section, or like a month in between a couple of the sections. So yeah, because it's so easy to burn yourself out with something like this. As long as it's more of a mental thing, to be honest, when it comes to doing a project like this. This is all a mental game. Especially a project this big. If somebody can figure out a project bigger than this in any game ever, I would love for them to tell me, because I really can't think of a bigger project than this. If there's another project I would do besides mining, if you remember, I don't know if you know this guy or not, I'm pretty sure you do, it's Kurt J-Mac. that did the Four Lions or Bust series. That project would actually take longer than this project. I mean, not longer, but almost shorter. It would be a shorter project than this. Just to put it into scale how big this project actually is. If Sword King is putting at the rate he's at, he's gonna take him like 30 years to do this project. At the rate I'm going at, I'm almost, it would probably take me around 8 years total. It's definitely something that you just can't think about. You just don't think about it. That's what comes to any project big as this. You just don't think about the project. You just do it. Or, not even just that. Just actually almost anything. When it comes to long, tedious things like this, you just don't think about them anymore. You just go out and try them. And to be honest, the only reason I'm actually doing these projects is because nobody would do these. Like, I'm crazy enough to do something like this. This project is literally the project, it's actually insane. Like, the definition of insane is... Sup, Jordan? Didn't expect you to show up. I really need to get an Elgato. Yeah, no, it's quite surprising. I like the natural texture back though. I should get an Elgato. Natural texture pack. Mainly because of streaming quality and just like branding in general. It'd be nice. Yeah, that is true. I could stream a lot of things. Yeah, she did. She did yesterday. dang, those dorms are small though. I knew they were small, but god dang. For 2 people, it's like half of an apartment building. They really did though. It felt like it. I think Graham moved in yesterday. No. Blaine moved in yesterday. Graham moved in. I'm getting confused. I don't remember who actually moved in yesterday. I think it was Graham. And then Blaine moved in the other day. Yeah, that's what I thought. I wasn't really too sure though. No, he's moving on the 24th. Luckily his isn't even that far away though. I think he's the closest one in terms of college is concerned. For now. Besides, I think Peyton. Oh, really? I didn't know that actually. Our classes start though like 2 weeks from now, I think. Yeah, I think classes start 2 weeks. That I'm aware of, at least at tech that is. Also, I didn't realize how expensive tech was. Holy Jesus. I didn't realize it was that expensive. Sure, I'm not doing anything. And since Emily's gone, I'm literally gonna be the only person at the house for at least a couple weeks. Unless I get my, You mean get in debt? It's crazy, dude. Like, I didn't know it was that expensive. Like, I thought tech was one of the, I didn't know they were that expensive. There were, I think it was, if you didn't have any scholarships, I don't know if this is just because there's band as well, though. I don't know how much that increases by, but I heard it's like, depends on the class. So it's like, I think it's $98,000 for, if you didn't have any scholarships or anything, for 4 years. It's like, oh, that sounds painful to think about. It's like, no, it's like, how much is that per year? It's 98,000, I think. 98 to 90, 96 to 98,000 for 4 years, not per year. That'd be ridiculous. For 4 years, for bachelors. Honestly, I want to know, but I don't at the same time. Alright. Go ahead. Hopefully come back later. I don't know when I'm streaming. It's kind of random. Yeah, I think just because of band. I don't know how much band actually increases it. Oh my god. Wait, so $170,000 if you didn't count the merit. Holy jeez. It's $170,000 for a bachelor's. Can you imagine a doctor? Jesus Christ. That's insane. Yeah, I see why now. It'd be ridiculous. Unless you're literally, wait, I'm out of room. Yeah, I'm almost out of room. Oh god, that sounds painful. Unless you're like a, actually I don't know what you'd have to be to, you'd have to be a freaking physician or something like that to pay that much off. And even then, you'd still have to live off of almost nothing for the next few years. Luckily, when I start my little, I mean, I wouldn't mind a business class for me personally, but I don't know. There's a lot of things in business I'm kind of meh about, unless it's personal finance. Yeah. Um, I know when I get my job at the for being a lineman electrician, I'm making $20 starting off. And that's not even counting overtime. And it's in LaGrange. So I'm gonna be saving buttloads of money. They say you make like 1,000 hours of overtime per year. Get like 67,000, 60 or $70,000 per year with overtime. That's good. And he's trying to get us raises, which is crazy. And if I invest most of that money for a good 5 years, I could get like 20 grand just off of interest alone. And that's just 5 years. I would have a net worth of probably around almost $300,000. If you're counting the interest and the compound interest. $10 years, I'd have almost 50,000. I can make as much as a most lower end graduates without even working. It's kind of crazy how much you can make with that. Imagine if you were a doctor and you made $130,000 to $150,000 per year and you saved like 90% of that, that'd be crazy. It'd be kind of mind-blowing. I know if I could be even crazier and become an aerial lineman, which is basically those people that you see in helicopters that are fixing stuff up strapped to a helicopter. They literally do stuff on a fly, if you get what I mean. Yeah, I know that's a really bad joke, but yes. Those guys make like 90 to 100,000 per year though. Those guys make 6 figures. I don't know if that's considering overtime though. I think that's average too. That's the average salary. Some people make up to 150,000 per year. Still not even too sure if that's considering overtime though. Obviously, I'm not gonna go that insane. I'll think about the aerial lineman eventually. That may be interesting in the future. I'll consider it later. For now, just stick to a original one, or a regular lineman. There's actually a video on CNBC, I think, of aerial linemen. That I'm aware of. I feel like that would be super dangerous, but also super fun, because I feel like the most dangerous things in the world are usually the most fun. Honestly, if you think about it, you know what's funny about linemen? Apparently it's a bit strenuous on your body. Apparently they consider linemen industrial athletes, which is interesting name, but just because of the amount of like strength and just persistence it takes. Let me save real fast. So yeah, that seems like some fun. Super dangerous, obviously, but the most fun things in this world are usually the most dangerous, if you really think about it. Most of the time. Like surfing or something, anything, like give an example. Like most people that find fun, what you consider dangerous, most people would like scuba diving even could be really fun. But it's super dangerous at the same time. It's like one of those type of things. It's definitely a catch-22. So yeah, it'd be a great head start for investing. If I could do something like that, I could easily pull off early retirement very quickly. I just don't know where I would live after that. To be honest, I really don't know where I would live. If you have any suggestions, just throw them at me. Russia. You know, I'd rather have some contact with you guys. North Korea. In North Korea? God, that'd be crazy. This job is already dangerous enough. Maybe North Korea. No, that's South. South Korea. South Korea is super dangerous. Honestly, I really don't know. I'd rather want to, I would want to have some contact with you guys. I don't know where. Well, obviously you're gonna be going to Europe, but I mean, I could go to a different country, a cheaper country, where you can live literally off of like 5 times less on whatever you have. Give me a sec. Hmm. Probably gonna cut the stream after this pickaxe. I think. Oh, okay. Probably gonna cut the stream after this pickaxe. Maybe. How many pickaxes do I have left? Is this the last one already? No, I have two more, never mind. So I got some pretty good work done today, I would have to say. I've probably mined about close to 100,000 logs. Almost. Probably closer to 80,000. Yeah. I was telling him about how I was being how I could be a lineman, electrical lineman. That starts off at 20 an hour, not counting overtime, and they get a lot too. That's not even counting the pay raises I may possibly get in the future. Okay. Better hurry though, my pickaxe is about to run out. Oh, okay. We could just talk in the group chat if we wanted to, though. Also, wait, do you want to play Smash after this, then? If you can. Okay. Alright. Just tell me on the group chat. And it only took a good, like, 7 minutes for the pickaxe to run out. That was a pretty good stream.